Ready? We are re-zeroed. It's adjusting properly. I can see through it fine. As much damage as we have sustained on this optic here, working fine.
My wind block?
The wind is too strong. Let's go ahead and get good enough then? 17 to 32 mile an hour winds. I was shaky for sure because of the wind blowing on me. So I was shaking the rifle, especially during those 30 mile an hour gusts. But I'm still shooting okay. And that optic is operating as if it was brand new. All right, so we got a little dirt on it. So, make a long story short, the optic is still working after the test we just did. Now, I will share with you guys at the end of this video what this SH-4 was drugged through. I'll show you the test we did. We threw it off a roof. We dropped it several times. We drug it over 2,000 feet down the highway, 620 meter drag test. It was like extremely abused. We had gravel stuck under the windage turret. I had to get the gravel out of the screws and then loosen up the post because it cranked the windage turret on the drag test all the way to the end and then past the end just a little bit. Tightened it into the end of the adjustment range. So after we loosen that up, it is functioning. We put it back in the center and it zeroed. I was 3 clicks off from where it was originally placed in a zero at 100 yards. 3 clicks. And maybe not even that, because it actually was like a 17 to 32 mile an hour wind today, so the wind could have pushed me off laterally a little bit. Anyways, the thing works. The Outlier chassis works. The Savage axis action here. That's what this is, Savage axis. So I know people get highly emotional when I say that this optical instrument still works. People get very emotional about that because they identify with other kit. It's not my problem that it still works. If it works, I'm going to show you. How about this Savage axis? Okay, guys, emote about that now. Go. This Savage is stupid. Rex is shitting for Savage. I hate. Just study. You only said it works good because I showed you how it shot. It's shooting fine. I could shoot better if there wasn't a 30 mile an hour wind blowing me around on the bench. And this, by the way, this scope jig thing, the iPhone hits me in the left side of the face when I shoot. So it's not conducive to perfect. I was maintaining my marksmanship pretty well, considering getting hit in the face every time to be able to see through the optic with a scope mount thing on there, right? But yeah, so I want you guys in the comments below that normally emote about optical instruments working, that you don't. See, if you identify because you're a teenager with other instruments, good. So emote about the optic, but then also emote about the Outlier chassis. Did you know how cheap this thing is? The Outlier chassis right here, see this? Perfectly fine, extremely modular, multiple different rear ends you can put on here. Like very, very, like you can put a whatever AR grip you want on here. It takes normal mags, you know what I mean? Arca rail, various lengths available. Emote about that because it's too cheap. It must be fake. It must be camera effects that the Outlier works. Camera effects, Rex is lying, he's shilling because the rifle shot all the bullets perfectly fine. We wanted him to go again. Okay, how about this barrel? I did a test when there wasn't as much wind. 10 shots, my first 10 shots on this system ever. No dry firing ahead of time. No idea how it would shoot. My first 10 shots, all in the same hole at 100 yards. 10 shots in the same hole, single string of fire. Recorded on video for you. Emote about that. The barrel's not even probably good. You made it up. Camera tricks, Rex. Camera tricks. Yeah, I love it. Makes me feel happy inside. So, here's the deal. Outlier. Made in America. These should keep their pricing relatively affordable. If you want one of these, I'll send you links, okay? We can get a pretty hefty, and I forget what it was last time, but the discount was really, really hefty on these Outliers. And most of the discounts are still available for these. Now the Optic, unfortunately, with the way things are going with tariffs, when you have a market pressure like that on a market like this, that's when people start to move things around and change things. So if you want one of these SHs configured the way they are now, made by the where it is now, in terms of like I don't know how the new one, if companies are forced to completely change up because of financial pressure, change up how they're building stuff or where they're building stuff, I have no idea where this is going to go. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I've learned over the years, if you don't have it now, you don't have it. So if you ever did want this thing, and it's a shame, I'm sorry, the torture test came out so late. I'm a very thorough reviewer. I like to let you know that it's going to work. Nobody could have really predicted that, well, a lot of people have seen it coming, I guess. But I can't guarantee these are going to be available forever. If I was you, because prices are going to go up. They're already gone up a little bit. They're not up near as much as they should be to match the tariffs right now. I know some of the models are back ordered. They have a lot of them in stock though. The LH, which was the other model, which I torture tested and it worked even, I mean, that sucker is really tough. There's a bunch of those available. But I would grab these now. I don't know if this is going to exist. I don't know. Like, I can't say that it's going to exist. Because, like I said, stuff like this in the market will cause people to change it up. So if you ever wanted these, I'd grab them while they exist, even if you have to put your foot in the door in a back order. Okay? In the old days, I used to order stuff out of the back of the Popular Mechanics magazine, and it took like 6 months for it to come, so quit crying. Quit whining. You ever hear of Sears Roebuck? When your ancestors bought a Tommy gun through Sears Roebuck, did they cry because the envelope had to go from a horse to the place to come back? I mean, like, supply and demand. These are popular and out of supply for a reason, guys. Do you know why these are hard to find? Because everyone wants them. So if you're trying to grab one now. If you use my code, it'll give you the best, whatever the best available deal is. Right now, with the tariffs, it might be shipping. I don't know. But my code will give you the best deal online anywhere, whatever it is. So if that changes next week, my code adjusts at the same time. I asked for them to do that for you guys. So if you want one, or if you want the LH or any of these, the EPs, the more expensive one, what is it, the EP5s, they're the same mechanism. They're going to be just as tough as the SH. It's the same exact mechanism. Like, I've looked at it, I tested it, I put it on, did all the tests exhaustively. So check it out. I'll now share, for those of you that missed it, the full footage of the torture chest for this. We're just going to cut straight past the discussion on that. We're going to show you the test we just put this through. This thing's freaking tough. So grab one while you can. Rex up. So here's the SH-4J Gen 2, 6 to 24 by 50 before the initiation of the test. We're going to get our control sample here. All right. I got a clarity rating. All right. Hey, little buddy. And dial 10. Perfectly on. Exactly on. Back to 0. It's tracking good. Nothing wrong there. We are on 6 power. I'm going to index this to 10. And get a direct read. Resolution. I am seeing all the way down to 0.89 cycles per millimeter at 25 meters on the T21. Okay, we have the beautiful Mrs. Rex here. She's specially trained to take this optic screwed to a board and throw it on the ground. We're going to do that in just a minute. I'm going to give you a real quick kind of a rundown of what tests we're going to actually be running. So this is the ruggedness evaluation I'm going to do. I already got the baseline. We're reading at 0.89 cycles per centimeter at 25 meters resolution. So we're going to check the resolution after each drop test. What I anticipate to happen, if anything breaks in a drop test, will be a misalignment of a lens. So we're going to drop it on the ground a bunch of times. We got the tracking graduation precision check. We're going to do that at the very end again, but we have an initial check. It is 100% precision right now. It's tracking perfectly. We're seeing clearly, and all these, the parallax ring, the magnification, the illumination, the diopter, the elevation, and the traverse are all functioning. So we're going to do drop test number 1 first. 1 meter drop test, and then we're going to do an optical resolution direct read test, and then we'll check for function on these. 1 meter, go ahead and drop it on the ground. We are still good. We are 0.89. Optical resolution is still 0.89 cycles per millimeter. Let's do a function check. Nothing's bent here, it's all cycling. All right. Parallax. .25. Still working. Go, go, go. I didn't check the diopter. We'll check that when we're done. Go and go. Diopter. Drop test 2, which will be 2 meters. I want you to hold it up to where it's just barely, yep, right about there. And go ahead and drop it.
Ow.
All right, so we got a little dirt on it. Dropped it what appeared to be right on the elevation turret here. Okay, still perfectly sharp. Check the parallax. Show you right here. See right here? I'm looking through it. Yeah, it's functioning. Got about 25. Oh. Still good. Okay, let's check the elevation. Okay, that's good. Alright, so this is a 5/16" 16-foot transport binder chain. Yeah, and just set it down.
Whoa, careful. Lost it. Yep.
Right around the middle of it. So here we are. Now we have a screw coming loose. How many screws do we have loose here? 1 screw loose. 0 stops, still good. This thing is so beat. My glass is perfectly clear. The reticle still perfectly level from where it was mounted last time. So it hasn't changed in degrees. Let's do a tracking test, see if it's still tracking. Crank up to 10. Perfect tracking. Believe it or not, it's perfectly clear with perfect tracking, 0 stop, still functioning fine. Let's do the zoom test. Our magnification works smooth and perfect. All the way up to max power. All the way down to minimum power. We have a nice full stop up and down and all the way up. And like I said, my illumination device did come a little loose from bouncing down the road, but it is still working, believe it or not. This is jammed up. I think there was rock stuck in the screws. So I don't know if this got oblonged or deformed. We can investigate that later. But that's pretty good. I mean, we're still in business. It's still totally functional as a rifle. I mean, it's here. Let me get a picture of it through there, just so now I want you to see. This is in fact the beat one. You see that? This is the one that has been dragged down the road, and I want you to see. I see. Still perfectly clear. Go ahead and crank up the magnification. Oh, it's just my hand trying to get it centered. It's still perfectly clear. So at Rex Reviews, we have ninja spacemen hired to scale large buildings. And let's take a look. You want to take a look at what we got so far? So we're going to throw this scope off the roof. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So I want you to pretend like you're shooting it in battle. So simulate battle. And the unthinkable happens. You accidentally drop it. Ooh, that's got a height. Don't do this for tightening your scopes. That would be bad. Perfect resolution. My parallax, adjust it a little bit. Parallax still good. Okay. It's perfectly clear after the 30-foot drop test. Let's dial on it. It's going. 10. %. Exactly on cue. Return to 0. 0 stop still working. Okay, let's check the magnification ring. Still working. I'm not seeing any kind of blurriness. I don't see any lenses pop loose. Still completely beautiful, sharp. And let me tweak my parallax. Yeah. Parallax is still functioning. Perfect. Nice and smooth operation. My illumination is still loose like it was before. So to make a long story short, we dropped this from 1 meter. Everything's fine. Dropped it from 2 meters, right, and we dropped it right on the turret. Everything's fine. We drug it down the road across hard gravel with the truck, and as if it was attached to a rifle on a 7.7 pound jig. Still tracking perfectly, still perfectly clear. We still have parallax operation. Let's check the diopter now that we've finished the testing. Now, diopter's operating perfectly smoothly. The one thing we lost is our windage. Correction, this is an edit upon mixing the video. I wanted to triple check. I took this cap off. I got out the pliers. I grabbed the inner post and I cranked it both ways, only to find out this knob was completely spun into the edge of its adjustment range and cranked in a little too far. So I got the pliers, loosened it up, and now we have fully functioning and adjusting windage again. So it did not lose its windage, it just got jammed up on the edge. Bouncing right on. I think this traverse windage knob took the brunt of that drag test.